Hello boys and girls. Today we're going to do a measurement review. How many millimeters are there in a centimeter? Looking at our ruler here, you see the millimeters and you see that this is a centimeter. When you count the millimeters as a review, you should know that there are 10 millimeters in a centimeter. The units of measurement here are millimeters and centimeters. How many centimeters are there in a meter? There are 100 centimeters in a meter. Here are the centimeters, and this will be our meter stick. The units of measurement now are millimeter, centimeter, and meter. How many meters are there in a kilometer? There are 1,000 meters in a kilometer. When you see kilo in any word, you should always think of 1,000. Remember, 1 centimeter equals 10 millimeters, 1 meter equals 100 centimeters, and 1 kilometer equals 1,000 meters. Here's a question. For the standing long jump, Corey jumped 2 meters and Gary jumped 175 centimeters. Who jumped farther? Step 1 to solve it, convert 2 meters into centimeters. 1 meter equals 100 centimeters. 2 meters times 100 would equal 200 centimeters. We multiply by 100 because 1 meter equals 100 centimeters. So we have to skip count by 100 to get to know how many centimeters are in 2 meters. 2 times 100 again is 200, so Corey jumped 200 centimeters. Now let's compare the lengths jumped. 200 centimeters is greater than 175 centimeters. So Corey jumped farther than Gary. Here's another question. Shayla says 5 kilometers are equal to 500 meters. Do you agree? Explain. What do we know? What do we want to find out? How can we find out if they are equal? These are all questions that you should ask yourself. Shayla says 5 kilometers are equal to 500 meters. Do you agree? Explain. To solve this, your units will need to be the same. We know that a kilometer is 1,000 meters. We know that 5 kilometers equal 500 meters. Is 500 meters equal to 5,000 meters? So do you agree with Shayla's statement? I say no to that, and I also say no to this. We've also learned about metric units of capacity and mass. 1 liter equals 1,000 milliliters. 1 gram equals 1,000 milligrams. 1 kilogram equals 1,000 grams. Lewis needs 8 liters of apple juice. He has 5,000 milliliters of juice. Does Lewis have enough apple juice? What do we know? What do we want to find out? How can we find out if he has enough? Again, to solve this, your units will need to be the same. Here we have liters and milliliters. We need to somehow make these units the same. We know that a liter equals 1,000 milliliters. We know that Louis needs 8,000 milliliters of juice because 8 times 1,000 equals 8,000. We know that he has 5 liters of apple juice, which equals the 5,000 milliliters that he has here. So does he have enough apple juice? No, he doesn't have enough. He has 5,000 and he needs 8,000 because 8 liters equals 8,000 milliliters. Mass is the amount of matter that something contains. 2 kilograms of apples make 1 liter of apple juice. How many grams of apples are needed to make 1 liter of apple juice? If we have 2 kilograms, we're trying to change them to grams. We know that 1 kilogram equals 1,000 grams. 2 kilograms equals 2 times 1,000 grams, which will be 2,000 grams. So 2,000 grams of apples make 1 liter of apple juice. 2 kilograms are equal to 2,000 grams. Hey, pay attention here. Here's my question. Can my answer be a number with a decimal when I'm measuring? How? Kendra and Lily measured the lengths of several rosebuds. The longest one Kendra measured was 2 4/10 centimeters long. The longest one Lily measured was 1 8/10 centimeters. Who measured the longest rosebud? Use a linear model to help explain. Here's our linear model. On it we see 1 8/10, and then we see 2 4/10. Since 2 4/10 centimeters is greater than 1 8/10 centimeters, Kendra measured the longest rosebud. But how did they get 2 4/10 and 1 8/10? I know they got it by measuring, but why do they have these numbers after a decimal? On my centimeter ruler, this is what it would look like. 2 4/10, 1 8/10. Here I have 2 holes and 4 parts. Because I don't go all the way to the 3, remember there are 10 millimeters here. I'm just stopping at 4. Again, here, between here, there are 10 millimeters. They went past the hole number 1, but then they stopped at the 8th millimeter. So I can't say it's 2 centimeters yet, can I? No. When measuring, sometimes you may not get to a whole unit. When you have a part of a unit, then you would have a fraction or decimal. When I say 2 4/10, you could write that as a fraction as well. 2 and put 4 over 10 for your fraction. Again, you have 1 whole and 8/10, so you could write that as a fraction too, or really a mixed number. 1 whole and 8 over 10. Let's practice. The more you practice, the better you get. What measurement is exactly the length of the paper clip? Let's look. The answer is 6 2/10 centimeters. Let's try another one. What is the best estimate for the length of the crayon? Look. Here are your answer choices. And your answer should have been 10 centimeters. What is the length of the pen cap in centimeters? Look. Do have 6 holes. Then look how far down it goes. Ask yourself, what is this fraction right here? Is it a half? No, it's not halfway. So it can't be this one. Answer is 6 2/5. A meter is 100 centimeters. How many centimeters are in 132 meters? Your answer is 13,200. Remember, you have to multiply 100 times 132. To the nearest tenth of a centimeter, how long is the paper clip below? Look, does it stop at 6? No. Is it 5 something? No. It's not 6 3/10, but it is 6 1/10.